Hello, everybody. We'll wait here for a second. We're just getting ready to give you a little bit of a weather update, of course, in preparation of this storm that we've been talking about and forecasting and, do I dare say, hyping up here. Well, it's worth the hype with the storm coming through. So I'll just give it a couple more seconds here, and then we'll get to it. I'm also playing with my little new system here, so here we go. There we go. All right. Hope you're having a good evening. Welcome to the Fox 13 News Studio, Weather Center. Meteorologist Brek Bolton here. Again, wanting to give you an update on the storm system where we're beginning to see the impact. We've been talking about the surge of moisture, remnants of a hurricane now turning into a tropical storm. It's kind of depleting right now, but that moisture from that system that moved up the west coast of Mexico through Baja California has been pushing that moisture through the desert southwest, and now we're seeing the impact here across portions of northern Utah. You can see rain totals right now where up to this point where we've been seeing the impact southern through central Utah, but it's even making its move now as we're seeing some showers and even some isolated thunderstorms through Utah County. Looks like Wasatch and Summit counties as well. But up to this point, you can see Manti picking up about 3/4 of an inch, Fish Lake 6/10 of an inch, Panguitch about 1/2 of an inch, as well as in Beaver. It was kind of tough roads throughout the afternoon if you're traveling through central Utah near the commute time between 4 and 6 p.m. Those showers having an impact on the roads. And that's going to be a possibility here along the Wasatch Front as we are expecting to see more rain showers. So, yeah, if you, I'm just going to make sure I'm looking at any comments here. If you have any questions or if you want anything specific on the forecast, answers to where you live in your community, love to help out there. So go ahead and make sure you comment and check that out. So anyway, so that's what we've been looking at storm-wise. Where are we at right now? You can see scattered showers, thunderstorms, that line that was pushing through central Utah, now moving over towards portions of Juab County. It looks like Wasatch County moving up now, as you can see, tracking over towards portions of Summit County, and then moving a little bit further towards southwest Wyoming. So this focus right now, though, is we're just going to see the storm coming in waves. Now, the first wave, this is the one that moved through southern central now into northern Utah, but you can see a lot more moisture still has to make its move, tracking in from the south. You see that migration, thunderstorm activity, particularly as you can see in northern Arizona. Also taking a look just north of Vegas. That's what's going to be tracking in here. But right now we're seeing the shower threat, mainly as you go Juab through Utah County, but also as you can see pushing up through Wasatch County. So Heber heading over towards Park City and then moving off towards the northeast there. So this is what we're going to be looking at as we're seeing those showers moving just north of Green River over towards southeast Utah. I want to say, what does Logan look like tomorrow? I'm going to get to that in just a few minutes. Also Provo as well, because we want to see what's going to be taking place tomorrow. Let's maybe get to it right now. So let's take a look at our computer models, what we're going to be expecting here overnight through tomorrow. Now, overnight, we will see more rain here along the Wasatch Front. So this means as we see the rain falling, with the possibility of some thunderstorm activity, you might wake up, get some lightning, thunder. Yeah, this little snap, crackle, and pop is what I like to say, where by tomorrow morning, early for the morning commute, you can see throughout most of the central southern end of the Wasatch Front. So probably from about Layton down through Provo into Spanish Fork and then all through central Utah. So turning down towards Fillmore, even potentially as far south as Cedar City, you can see areas such as Richfield through Salina, and then definitely looking across southeastern and northeastern Utah, we'll see those showers pushing through. It continues on. So you ask about Logan and Provo. It's going to be a wet start to the day. We move through the afternoon. What do we see? Well, let's take a look here. Looks like more showers. Now, here's the thing. Models were showing, hey, maybe a little bit of a break throughout the afternoon. I think we'll be okay kind of on a late afternoon time frame, because as we allow that to push through, tomorrow evening looks to be okay. Now, I'm looking at this because Friday night high school football games last week, if you were having to do any Friday night games, maybe attending a game here along the Wasatch Front, we had those thunderstorms moving through and a ton of lightning. That doesn't look like that'll be the case tomorrow, at least once we get past about 5:30 or so. So that looks to be good. But it doesn't mean we're not going to see other areas with threats of showers. As you can see, west central towards northeastern Utah, especially as they head into Saturday morning, we're going to see those showers. But for northern Utah, looks like we're okay. Now, you mentioned, I think I had, who asked about Logan? Eli. Saturday morning, you do have a threat of some showers across Cache Valley, not so much the Wasatch Front. So looks like for Logan, tomorrow night through most of the morning until about 10 o'clock, then you see that possibility of some showers. But what will be happening on Saturday is we're getting ready, as you can see, that cool front that's going to be moving through. Now, once that front hits, the timing of that front coming in, I'll say between about 7 to 9 p.m., really brings the active weather. You've got the moisture that's already in place, and then as we add this additional feature, this colder air, that provides some lift, some instability, and that's what we're going to generate some pretty intense thunderstorm activity. So like we saw last week, Friday night, we'll see that more Saturday night. So what does that mean for the Utah Utes game? It's going to be a little touch and go because we'll have the rain, but the potential for lightning, thunder could cause delays for the game. And definitely if you're in the stands, you don't have an umbrella, so you might have to go in some of the portals to get into some drier areas. But as you can see, looking ahead, the amount of rainfall, it is significant. Now, it's not the situation like last week. Last week was like historical rainfall, especially as we look from Salt Lake to Willow Valleys, areas a little bit further north where we had this system. It was slow to move. It was this kind of low pressure system that was moving through northern Utah and spinning slowly, churning in that moisture and then producing that rain over the whole day. This will not be the case. Here across northern Utah, we're going to have moments of showers overnight, then a little bit of a break, and then it will be active Saturday late afternoon through the evening. Now, we'll see this in waves. Like you saw, it kind of pushes through and then moves away. We get a little break. So this is on and off showers. But when it's on, it can be heavy, and we do have concerns with flooding. We do have flood watches in effect for central and southern Utah, and potentially those areas could be expanding. Now, Wendy, through Strawberry and Daniels Canyon, you're going to have rain tonight, and then you'll have some rain tomorrow, mid to late afternoon, and then looks like on Saturday, you're going to have some wet conditions early afternoon, and then definitely overnight Saturday through Sunday. Roosevelt and Price. You guys want to know? Let's take a look. Let me just go back to Price and Roosevelt tomorrow. So again, let's go back to these models here. So tomorrow you can see across Roosevelt and Price, you've got a little bit of morning showers, then the active weather, thunderstorms through the afternoon, and then overnight a little bit more rain, and then it looks like early Saturday morning, and then another wave Saturday afternoon, and then you get hit with that front coming through overnight Saturday through Sunday. So you got any plans on Strawberry Reservoir? I might want to change those plans. Murray, you're getting hit with some rain again as we talk overnight, and then it looks like you'll get hit with some potential rain tomorrow, kind of mainly in the morning, and then a little bit in the afternoon, but should be okay tomorrow night. Okay, let's see who else we got. All kinds of people chiming in. Stephanie, thank you. Desi, will flash flood happen in Ogden? No, I don't think you'll have any flash flooding in Ogden. I mean, you might have some small stream or maybe some gutters, that are flooding in certain areas, maybe a little bit on the sidewalks or driveways. So small urban flooding is what we call, but as far as intense flash flooding, and definitely not the flooding situation that we saw last week. Again, that was a kind of a once every 100 to 200 years type storm, and we just don't see this because, again, it's not going to be a persistent heavy rainfall. We'll get moments of heavy rain. I want to show you, though, tomorrow, flash flood potential across southern Utah. It is definitely, I wouldn't say imminent, but it's a high probability. And when we get to the reds, which is kind of rare to see that in certain areas, Glen Canyon, Grand Staircase, Zion, it is expected tomorrow, where we see more of the excessive rainfall, as you can see, will be mainly across southern into eastern Utah tomorrow. So that's going to be the situation. But again, we'll be having some rain here across northern Utah. Looks like tomorrow morning, a break, a little bit, it's kind of spotty through the afternoon. And then as we look, looks like we'll be okay until the next day. So again, this is not going to be a washout, but when it hits, it's going to hit pretty good. Now, Saturday, I want to show you, this is from the Storm Prediction Center. This is where we look at chances of thunderstorms. And when you get that little darker green, we elevate or raise the likelihood. And you can see all across northern through southern Utah. And this is because of that cold front. So this really won't be taking place until kind of more early evening into the evening and overnight hours that we see that chance. So let's see what else is saying. Any potential for snow. Snow up in the mountains. Like last week, we saw snow levels get down to about 9,000 feet. That will be the case as we look, especially Saturday night through Sunday. That's when the colder air with that cold front coming through, which will be dropping temperatures. So tomorrow we're mid-70s, and then it looks like kind of upper 60s to low 70s on Saturday, and then it's 50s as we go into Sunday. So that will start to produce some snow over the mountains and accumulating snow down to about 9,000 feet. So I'm not expecting to see as much because, again, it's not as persistent, but, potentially we might squeeze out 3 to 6 inches. And I'm actually got a little story to do on Monday in the mountains. So I might be seeing a little fresh snow up there. All right, Hooper, you've got a little, some rain showers here tonight, a little bit in the morning as well, and then kind of a break through the day tomorrow, and then some chances tomorrow night, and then really getting hit Saturday night for you. So for me, I don't want to make this all about me, but I'm looking at tomorrow night for high school football games. Northern Utah, I think we're okay, especially as we get that 7 o'clock time frame on. Central Eastern Utah, not the case. So any games, heading over towards Carbon, Uinta counties, moving through Central Utah. So anywhere between Juab County down to probably Garfield County, we have some showers there. But here along the Wasatch Front, we should be okay. And then morning Saturday, okay. We start to see, though, those increased chances of showers definitely Saturday afternoon to the evening. Vernal, you're just kind of wet. You'll have a little bit of a break, but for the most part, it's going to be wet tomorrow and wet Saturday into Sunday early morning. So Vernal was supposed to get a lot of rain. Did I show you? I showed you these amounts, didn't I already? Yeah, look at Vernal. Get about an inch of rain as we move through the weekend. Price getting slammed. Again, here along the Wasatch Front, we're going to have moments of some good rain. The models might be overplaying that a little bit, where we're seeing across southern Utah and southeastern Utah. Definitely feel that that's a fairly good, reliable range that they're predicting there. Okay, I'm just going to show you this one last thing, and then I'm going to have to get ready for the show, but I wanted to give you this update. So here's tomorrow for the forecast for the Wasatch Front. So this is what I'm saying here. Let me take off my box here. If I can figure this out. Video. No, we didn't want that. That's what we wanted to see. You didn't want to see me, right? Okay, there you go. So now, model showing rain in the morning, tapering off through the day. I'm going to say we will see moments along the Wasatch Front, particularly Utah County and then extreme northern Utah, maybe seeing a few scattered showers through the afternoon. But for the most part, it's mainly clouds. And then tomorrow night, we should be good to go. So I wanted to show that to you. So anyhow, back to boxes. There I go. Do you want to see? I was going to see if I can pull this up. Maybe I won't be able to pull this up. The question is, do I want to show you the 7-day forecast? You want to see that, don't you? All right, hold on. Let me get this going. I should have had this up ready for you. It's taking a second to load. I'll get it for you. There we go. Maybe. Sometimes my computer runs a little bit slow. We got it packed with all kinds of stuff. I typically do not like to show sunny skies behind this banner because it's not going to be sunny not until next week. So again, I'm going to take off me so you can see this. But there you go. It's showers again, morning and then overnight Friday, Saturday. It's afternoon, evening. Sunday, it's morning. So I think Sunday we'll have some sunshine in the afternoon, and then fine Monday, then a little weak storm heading into Wednesday and Thursday. So anyhow, Tooele Valley, you're getting hit. Vernal, we mentioned. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Tune into us at 9 o'clock news. We'll keep you updated online and through streaming, especially here over the next couple of days. So we'll have morning updates as well as evening and afternoon updates. So anyways, thanks for tuning in. Hope you have a good and safe evening. Tomorrow morning, with the rain overnight, we could have some standing water on the road, so be careful for the morning commute. All right, have a good night.